tutorial on shading. It'll use both my Arcillic marker and pencil shading. Get your markers. Sort them to lightest to darkest. Make sure they have some similarity in color.
Skin tone is first, then second skin tone, last one.
This should be your results, chat.
This drawing is ugly, but now pencil tie darkest is first. Get that second skin tone, and blend a bit lightest skin tone, and draw all over IT, with a lot of pressure.
Yeah!
Hello everyone, welcome to my voiceover tutorial video where I'm going to be trying to cover all of these things at once. Now I'm putting this disclaimer at the very start of the video. Please do not ask me to make more tutorials, please do not ask me to be more specific or whatever else. I'm doing my best with my explanations and that's all. Thank you for understanding. Without further ado, let's get started. I'm starting off with the head shapes and here I'm drawing a more masculine head shape. In a second, I'm going to be showing what I'm particularly paying attention to, which is the 3-point system, the chin, the cheekbone, and the brow bone. Here I'm demonstrating the same exact thing, but with a more feminine or round head shape. I'm still paying attention to the same 3 points, the chin, the cheekbone, and the brow bone. Also, I'm just going to demonstrate in a second how I just differentiate between head shapes by making one more sharp and one more round. I use the same exact system for 3/4. I'm just accentuating the points that I'm drawing a little bit more, especially for the more masculine head shape, but nothing else is different. I'm just paying attention to the same exact 3 points, the chin, the cheek, the brow bone. Once you're also drawing at an angle, you can show off the sort of head shape you're drawing more with roundness or sharpness. You can choose to accentuate these shapes as much or as little as you like. Quickly jumping over to drawing bodies, I've already done quite a few videos on how I break everything down into shapes, but here is once again a quick look at how I do that. I always work from the head down towards the rest of the body, and I usually tend to split the bodies I draw into about 10 to 14 different shapes. If you're a digital artist or if you just want to practice this, you could use a digital platform to trace over a reference picture and see how you would break that into shapes, and then practice next to it without the tracing to see how it would feel in practice. Process-wise, drawing in 3/4 is the exact same, however you are just tilting the shapes and angling them differently when you draw them. This can seem difficult and tedious at first, especially if you haven't really played around with shapes much or don't really see how they would work as 3D objects, but practice is key to this as well. Some people, for example, use lines in the middle for angling or the bodily shape in general, kind of like a spine to work on top of. I personally don't really use this technique myself, but I sort of tried to add a line in the middle here for demonstration. For faces, I'm going to be using my own guide of the 3-point system. If it helps, you can mark it down. I usually just start with the eyes directly, but if it helps to guide your proportions, you can add the brows to the brow bone level and then start working underneath that. Also, don't detail anything until you've sketched everything on. This will nullify the problem of struggling to draw the other eye, for example. Once you've detailed one eye before you've even sketched on the other one, you're going to struggle. Always detail after you've sketched everything on to where you want them to be. Once again, demonstrating in 3/4, the exact same technique, just drawing a little bit at an angle. The only thing that's really different here is that the side that's turned away is a little shorter, so the eye appears a little smaller and the corner of the mouth a little shorter. Now I'll draw hair, and I just chose a random haircut as an example from Pinterest because I had no other ideas. I usually start with the front pieces like bangs and such. You can draw them however you want, you can use a reference if you need, and then I just start layering from that. You can also sketch out the general shape of the haircut and then start adding like these little loose strands in there to make it look more like hair. This works the same way once again in 3/4. You're just going to have to lengthen the side that's showing and shorten the side that isn't. Sketching out the shape of the cranium can also help with making the head look the right size. Here's the final results. Thank you guys so much for watching and goodbye!
Coloring tutorial. I start by covering the entire drawing with undiluted color. Then remove color from places you want and define the light source if you have one. Then just color regularly, but keep the light source in mind. I always use Posca to make the light pop. Fine line and done. Yeah, whoa, whoa, ho, oh, yeah, awesomeness.
Voice
How I draw
reveal.
faces. Okay, so this is front view. So front view, first you draw the you separate it. What the hell? I mean, you draw the lines and then you draw the ears and then you draw like the grids of the face. Eyes are in line with the ears, the top of the ears. Nose is in somewhere in line with the bottom part of the ears. And you can just draw the lips anywhere. And then you connect it almost with like the little corner there. You see where I'm connecting it with? Yeah. And then you draw the neck. You just adjust it until it looks right for this one. Okay. Yep. And then after that, you draw the hairline. You can adjust it later on if it's too big. The forehead's too big. Oh, that's my art eraser. Oh, okay. And then you erase the part just slightly. So first I start out with the eyeliner. And then you like extend it to the corner of the eyes like this. I'm gonna like draw kind of double eyelids. And then the eyebrows, you just draw them anywhere you want. It's fine. So now I'm adjusting the hairline because the forehead is too short. It's a bit wonky and oh! And then you draw the bottom part of the eye. Just adjust it a bit. Then the irises. Alright, then the nostrils. So this one is a bit tricky. If you need to erase it and do it again, just do it. It's fine. This is what I do, see? Look, see I'm erasing it. Okay, and then after that, I just draw it back on. Just a bit more neat. Okay, then the lips. Start with the middle part of the lips, middle section. Then you extend it outwards as much as you want. You draw the bottom lip. And that's the neckline. Okay. Now I'm just drawing the neck a little bit. So this is the base. Oh, and I draw a bit of details here and there, like the nose tip and the inner corners of the eyes and like the outline of the shadows. So this one, I struggle with it a bit because I actually don't do any guidelines or fancy things to draw 3/4. So you basically just do the same thing as front, but you turn the ball 45 degrees to what? You know what I mean? You do the same thing, but oh my gosh. Okay, so the nose, you just draw the shape a bit different. This time you actually draw the nose bridge. And what the hell? And that's the hairline. Okay. And then I'm adjusting it a little bit because I don't like how her chin looks. Okay, done. Oh, not done. I drew the nostril different. Okay, done. Oh, and the ellos. Okay. Okay, and the upper lip. Okay, done. And this is with hair. It looks better with details and shading. So yeah. Okay, bye.
Hi, I'm going to do a little tutorial on how I do the bases for my faces. I had someone ask, so here it is. I start off with a simple circle, and I feel like that's how most started out, and with the line in the middle, it kind of helps me judge where to start the chin and eye placement and ear placement. Literally everything. The circle saves my life. I'm making a line on the bottom so I know where the chin ends. I ended up making it a little bigger, and that's perfectly okay. For the ears, I tried to put them where they kind of meet the corner of the eyes. I ended up messing up a little. I don't usually draw with pen, so this was the first time to do it with a pen. Hey, how permanent it is, but it's a good practice. Next, I kind of make a triangle shape for the nose, and you can adjust it to however you want your character's nose to be. But here it is, the ears meeting the corner of the eye. That's kind of how I do it. I'm doing the finer details of the nose now that I have a shape that's satisfying to me. Just know that if you do different directions with the face, that the face is full of angles, and so it will cast different shadows, or shapes will look slightly different. So just to make sure to take that into account when you're doing anything else but a straight face. Ta-da! There it is.